So you can use automation in MIDI the same way that you use it in audio and do the same kinds of effect. There are other ones that you can use as well that are specific to MIDI, such as pitch bending, for example. But yeah, just go ahead and try some automation. First thing I'll do is I'll get rid of this pitch bend. I don't have to, but I will. So I wanted to show you one other little trick. If you go to this additional lane here that we had set to pitch in the previous video, you can just right click and say select all events and lane and just press delete and get rid of it. Now, so now we're back to having this. This is kind of slow. Oh yeah, let me change the tempo to 80 again. Okay, so we'll just go here where it says trim, and we now have the same kinds of options we used to have. We can change the volume over time. We could do this, by the way, with the velocities, right? But there's one fundamental problem, and that is that if you have a loop happening, which is something that's very, very common in MIDI, you wouldn't want to change the velocities here because those velocities would affect only that particular bit of MIDI that is being repeated over and over, so that wouldn't really work. It would affect the volume of that measure, and then it would do the same thing over and over. So that wouldn't be what you're trying to do. Oh, there's all kinds of things happening here that are messed up. I just realized. Oops. There's additional markers that were created here. I'm just right clicking and removing them. I don't know, I must have pressed the button too many times. Okay, that's better. I'll move this one over to here. All right. So anyway, there's our volume, and we can just start off with maybe a low volume, and then we'll press our shift and create a ramp, a crescendo here, and then we'll go back down. Let's see if this isn't too messed up. I don't know what happened to the MIDI track, but it's getting louder. Right, so the volume goes down. So it works just like, all that's doing here is changing the time signature, which is useless. So, okay, so that's that. And then of course you could do the same thing for panning. You can add another one here. You could do, you know, just about any of the things that you want to do here. Mostly you're going to be dealing with volume and pan, so that's fine. Maybe you'll be dealing with sending a certain amount of sound to an effect. And so it basically works exactly the same way. There's nothing really we need to add about this.